difficulties as well. Okay, again, good morning, everyone. We are streaming live via YouTube. My name is Judge Tamika West Bernard. I'm presiding over the criminal preliminary hearing calendar for this morning, March 1st, 2023. As I call the calendar, please make your announcements. The first case we have on the calendar is the state of Georgia versus Hunter Marion Allen. Is the state ready?
State's ready.
People were present for Hunter Allen that'll be hearing.
Position 2, state of Georgia versus Luis D. Amador.
The state's ready.
Nicole Jones for Mr. Amador, that will be a hearing.
Position 9, state of Georgia versus Tony Jamil Banks.
The state's ready.
Okay, then I believe is that Attorney Toles, your case?
Yes, Your Honor. It's a SB 440. We are ready for a hearing.
Okay. I believe there are several co-defendants in that case. Is that correct?
With Tony Banks, Judge.
Yes.
I don't know if we have co-defendants with him. I know they're co-defendants with the other juvenile.
Okay. Okay, let me move on.
Okay, and I'll double check.
Okay. Position 15, the state of Georgia versus Jeremiah Barner Simmons.
Same announcement. This is a juvenile SB 440. We're ready for a hearing.
And just the co-defendant on that case, we've already handled that one.
Okay. And the state ready?
Yes.
Okay. Position 18, the state of Georgia versus Michael Keith Billingsley.
The state's ready.
That'll be a hearing, Tiffany Pleasant.
And then it looks like we have a similar situation as Monday where the charge for warrant number 2023 CW 50120 is on the calendars is identified as deposit account fraud when it should be party to a crime.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And on the warrant though, it's a misdemeanor, but I'm assuming, or is that going to be a felony?
That is a felony.
Okay. Is that your understanding as well, Attorney Pleasant?
Yes, that's my understanding.
Okay. Thank you. Position 19, the state of Georgia versus Rashawn Lamar Billups.
The state's ready. And Judge, I'm sorry. Oh, and that may be a co-defendant to one of the other juveniles.
Okay.
I was going to say Nicole Jones for Mr. Billups, and the defense is ready for a hearing.
Position 25, state of Georgia versus Sina Bow, B-O-U.
State's ready.
Nicole Jones for Mr. Bill, that will be a hearing.
Position 26, State of Georgia versus James Allen Brown.
The state's ready.
Nicole Jones for Mr. Brown. I need to verify if he wants a hearing.
Okay. Position 29, State of Georgia versus Carter Charles. Carter.
That was a waiver previously done.
Was that waiver only or a bond?
It was a waiver only.
Position 30, we have the State of Georgia versus Jed Dasher.
State's ready.
Is the defense ready?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was trying to unmute. Nicole Jones for Mr. Dasher. That is a hearing.
Position 36, the State of Georgia versus Jalen Freeman.
The state's ready.
Judge Carlin's call here from Mr. Schoolcraft today. I need to verify if that's going to be a hearing because Mr. Freeman also has court in Superior Court at 11 o'clock with Judge Mack. So he may need to be reset.
Okay. So do you need to speak with him or?
If I can speak with Mr. Freeman to find out what he wants to do, see if we can do a waiver, and if not, he'd probably need to be reset given the size of the calendar.
Okay. As well as the hearings. So we won't be trying cases today with the number. FYI, Mr. Attorney Jones. Position 39, State of Georgia versus William Freeman.
Judge, that case, if we can't get it resolved, we were asking for a reset. The officer is no longer with CCPD, and we're trying to get another witness.
Okay.
Your Honor, I will talk to the state. He wanted a hearing, and this is actually the second reset that the officer was not employed. And so if we cannot, we would actually ask for it to be dismissed.
Well, due to the seriousness of the charge, I'm going to deny any dismissal, but we'll see. Say Cheryl, if you can't get it resolved, see if you can get see if you can work out something with ADA Freeman.
Officer Braithwaite, can you mute yourself, please? Thank you.
Otherwise, I'm inclined to grant the continuance.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Position 43, the State of Georgia versus Jethel Jones.
State's ready.
Tiffany Pleasant for Jethel Jones. That'll be a hearing, but I will speak with him just to confirm.
Okay, thank you. Position 44, State of Georgia versus Keith Allen Jones.
The state's ready.
Tiffany Pleasant for Keith Jones. It'll be a hearing.
Position 47, State of Georgia versus Pierre Louis Joseph.
Judge, he's still loaned out from the jail.
So we'll need to reset that.
Yes, Judge. And I'm not sure how long he's loaned out for.
I would request a 30-day continuance, Judge.
Okay,
I wasn't given any information when I was just told he was on loan as well.
so yeah, I think 30 days would be appropriate. Let me see here for the reset. So we look like we're looking at, what date do we have available? First available date in April, Miss Mary? I'm not sure who's having technical difficulties. Miss Mary? Okay, we'll get a date, April 3rd.
Okay.
That's April 3rd. Will that work for you? Is that appropriate, Attorney Pleasant? April 3rd.
Yes, given I don't know what's going on, 30 days so that he doesn't get lost is the April 3rd works.
Okay. Position 53, State of Georgia versus Brandon King.
State's ready.
Tiffany Pleasant for Brandon King, that'll be a hearing.
Position 59, State of Georgia versus Jose Luis, is it Lavella Ledesma?
The state's ready.
Your Honor, I need to speak with him to make sure he still wants that hearing.
Okay. Position 66, State of Georgia versus Rodolph Mendoza.
State's ready.
Jones for Mr. Mendoza, I need to verify with him to see if he accepted the bond or if he wants the hearing.
Okay. Position 68, the State of Georgia versus Aquinas Jamarcus Millet.
State's ready.
Nicole Jones for Mr. Millet, I need to speak with the ADA about this case.
Pretrial, okay. Position 70, the State of Georgia versus Miles Abani.
The state's
Miles-
ready.
Yeah, Miles Obenali, Judge Carlin's call for Mr. Schoolcraft. I can speak with him at the jail too to see if we need a hearing.
Okay. Position 71, the State of Georgia versus David Lee Parks.
State's ready.
Good morning, Judge. I represent Mr. Parks. I would ask for a pretrial and at the appropriate time, be placed in the queue to speak to my clients at the jail.
Okay. Position 73, the State of Georgia versus Demetrius Raphael Parks Jr.
The state's ready.
Tiffany Pleasant for Mr. Parks, that'll be a hearing.
Position 76, the State of Georgia versus Deanne Patrick Perry.
The state's ready, and that's a co-defendant to Hunter Allen.
Your Honor, Chris Toles on behalf of Mr. Perry, Judge, I'll need a pretrial with Ms. Freeman and then a breakout room with the jail.
Okay. Position 77, the State of Georgia versus Michael Akin Reed.
The state's ready, but I believe that's going to be a bond waiver this morning with Mr. Matos.
Yeah, that'll be a bond waiver. He has an open, this is a tampering case. He has an open trafficking case. So we'll do a bond waiver on this matter, Your Honor. We'll have that for the court shortly.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. The State of Georgia versus Quantavious Jerome Robinson.
The state's ready.
Nicole Jones for Mr. Robinson, this is a case that the ADA and I have been talking about. I think we need to continue talking about it.
That's correct, Judge.
You continue
Put us up
talking
for
this
pretrial.
morning, or you need a reset?
No, pre-trial, I think we
Okay.
probably can get it resolved today, possibly.
Okay. Position 80, the state of Georgia versus Rodriguez, Stephanie Roots.
The state's ready.
Nicole Jones from Ms. Roots. I need to speak from Ms. Roots about her bond.
Position 81, the state of Georgia versus Eugene William Turner Jr.
State's ready.
Judge, I represent that client. If I can have a pretrial with the state, please.
Position 83, the state of Georgia versus Christy M. Turner.
That was a fast track previously done.
Position 89, the state of Georgia versus Deja Times. Yes.
The state's ready.
Tiffany Pleasant for ties. That'll be a hearing.
Position 90, the state of Georgia versus Roland Tokay Warren Jr.
The state's ready.
And Judge I believe that he is a juvenile.
Yeah.
Are they online also?
Yes, we did do a production order. It's my understanding. Deputy, you have Roland Warren Jr. present? That's such a juvenile?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
Okay, yes, we do, sir.
And Judge, I'd just like to pre-try that case first with Ms. Freeman.
Okay. Position 93, we have state of Georgia versus DeQuinn Watts.
State's ready.
Your Honor, Roberta Robinson, she represents that client. I think she sent in a conflict letter.
It is in a conflict, Judge.
I read her conflict, but for some reason she doesn't include the case name on her conflict notice, but I guess that's something we could address later, but I didn't find the conflict to be sufficient, being that she didn't include the client's name or case name. Position 94, the state of Georgia versus Bobby Lorenzo Worthy.
The state's ready.
Tiffany Pleasant for Bobby Worthy. That'll be a hearing.
Okay, that will conclude the calling of the calendar this morning. Is it anyone present that did not hear their client's name called or their case name called?
Judge, is there an Eric Cook on the calendar this morning?
He was actually on the calendar for Monday.
Okay.
Did you get, I believe, let's see here. I do remember that because we kept going back and forth who was representing him. So we reset that one to March 20th. You have you down as the counsel.
Yes, Judge,
Okay.
that'll be a waiver, but I'll address that with Ms. Freeman.
Okay. So we reset it though.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. So we're gonna allow for the trials. Being that I did lose count of the hearings, I think it's probably over 10, if not more. So we will need to be efficient this morning to get through all the hearings. So if you can confer and then we can resume the hearings. Ms. Freeman, the jail has requested that we do the juvenile cases first for the hearings. Is that possible, or are you not in a position at this time to make that determination?
My officer is on. I just need to make sure I have all of the make sure we have all of them together. I believe they're all, but just do more.
Don't say it, Attorney Jones. Do not say. Sure, DA Freeman, it appears